Welcome back to the channel, guys, and today I want to talk about the big fight between deal packaging and property trading. A lot of people think they're the same thing, but actually there's a lot of differences between them, and I'm going to cover a 5-stage process to work out which one is better and what you should be looking at. So what are the big differences? Well, the key difference between the two is deal packaging is more about selling an agreement of some kind. Okay, so you might go and look at a property, you might agree a price on the property, but you're not actually buying the property, you're not getting an option on the property. You've got that agreement in place. You might have something signed by the vendor to say, I agree to sell it for this amount. And then what you do is you introduce somebody to that property, they then buy it, and you get a fee in the middle, okay? What you can also do with deal packaging is package around that. So what you can do is say, hey, once you've bought the property, you can use my builder in the local vicinity, and I've got a great letting agent as well that you can use. And hey, whilst you're at it, why not use my mortgage broker and my solicitor? And often somebody will pay you extra for that, but you can also get a kickback from the people that you're using for introducing that work to them. On the flip side, you've got property trading. Now, property trading is a bit more all-encompassing, okay? I'm not saying that's better, but it's more all-encompassing. It's a bit more sophisticated, which means it's usually more entailed in it. But the difference is you're not selling an agreement as such, you are selling a position. So this could be you've got an option on the property, which is the right to buy, and you control the lease and the purchase lease option, another video for that. Or it could be that you're buying the property and doing a straight trade, which is actually similar to what we're doing on this property. More on that later. So the way I thought we could decide on this is working out 5 key metrics that we're going to go through. We're going to work out who wins the battle on each round and who, of course, wins the overall battle or match, if you like. So let's kick off with round 1. Okay, so round 1, I like looking at how simple the strategy can be. So with deal packaging, it's usually aimed at beginners, but actually I think it's something that people should be doing all the way through their journey, because you are likely to come across properties that you get an agreed price on that either you don't have the funds to buy, it's out of your area, or it just doesn't match up to your strategy right now. So instead of just walking away, why not package up that agreement onto somebody else? So I would give simplicity for the basic form of packaging, getting a packaging fee or a finder's fee, probably a 9 out of 10 on that. So it is a fairly simple principle if you know how to do it in the right way. Property trading, on the other hand, is a lot more sophisticated, but along with sophistication comes a bit more advanced settings, if you like, of doing it. So again, it's using more complex contracts, it's having the right facilities in place to purchase a property. So I'm going to give simplicity of property trading a 5 out of 10, making deal packaging a clear winner of number 1. Okay, number 2, and this might seem like a really kind of a ridiculous one, but I do think it's important, is how well are you considered as a property professional in the property world? Well, deal packaging actually for a lot of people is looked down upon. And the reason for this is a lot of training companies sell deal packaging as a quit your job mechanism within 3 months. It's something I don't really like to do. Can you quit your job doing deal packaging? Of course you can, absolutely. But naturally, by selling it that way, as you will get out of your job within 3 months, which if you're watching this, you won't. But if that's sold, who are most of the people going into it? Well, it's usually people that are most motivated to get out of a position. And so they're rushing and they're focusing on how quick they can get out of something, which means that they just want to put as many deals as possible in front of people. They usually have really crap training, to be honest, put it out there, and they're just flogging a dead horse. So in the industry, it seems everyone and their mum is a deal packager and not a very good one. So how you look into the industry, probably a 3 or 4 out of 10. Property trading on the other side, a lot of people don't actually know what property traders are in the industry. So there is a little bit of explaining exactly what that is. But what I found from transitioning from deal packaging into property trading and beyond, and by the way, I do both today, I am taken a lot more seriously as a property trader in the property industry than as a deal packager, especially from those with finance. So we're able to secure facilities like the one we helped to buy this one. It was a £5 million facility that we just have on a rolling basis, which we were able to secure as a property trader, not as a deal packager. So I'd give taken seriously in the industry, I'd give that a solid 8 out of 10. So round 2 is to property trader. So number 3 is how sustainable it is as a strategy, because they're both really good, to be honest, but I think one has a slight edge. So deal packaging, naturally, you have an agreement, so it doesn't actually matter what you're packaging, because as property, the economic cycle goes up and down. There's going to be strategies that tick those boxes all the time. Buy-to-lets are always going to be there, flips will always be there. But things like commercial conversion, which is going to be one of the big strategies of 2021, service accommodation, industrial, whatever it is, will naturally go in ebbs and flows along with the economic cycle. But by doing deal packaging and you're selling the agreement, that agreement can be malleable and change over time. So there's very little risk with the long-term attitude of deal packaging. So I'm going to give that a solid 8 out of 10. On the flip side with property trading, I think it has the slight edge, and here's why. So you can do everything you can do with deal packaging, but the other great thing about it is the relationship building. So what builds a relationship more than anything, especially with letting and estate agents, it's the certainty that you are going to follow through on what you're promising. So with a property trader, you can do everything a deal packager can, but also you can action upon your promises. So if you've got an option on something, or if you've agreed to purchase something, you don't have to rely to selling it on property to somebody. You're able to get these facilities in place where if you need to jump in to purchase, again, like we did on this one, in a number of days, then you're able to action upon that, making sure you're developing that relationship moving forward. So when it comes to the sustainability of a strategy, I'm going to give it to property trading with a solid 9 out of 10. Number 4, and this is a really big one, is how quickly can you make money? Now, I don't usually like speaking about this. The reason why is I think when you start talking about the speed of money, it attracts the wrong people, because I can guarantee a surefire way of going poor is to try and get rich quick. That being said, the speed of how quickly you make money is obviously really important, and it's a very clear winner for me. So let's start with deal packaging. Deal packaging is, in my opinion, the single quickest way of making money in property. You've got some other strategies like rent to rent that is also really powerful, but you've still got your initial investment that you need to get back within that. With deal packaging, because you're selling the agreement of the property, somebody goes straight into the purchase of it and you get paid usually either upfront or on exchange of that property. So I'm going to give that a solid 9 out of 10. Property trading is a really close call, but most of the time with a property trade, you are the person actioning upon it. So you're going to have a couple of months within that. So I think it's a really close call. I'm going to give that a solid 8 out of 10. But I think what we're describing here is deal packaging the fastest and property trading the second fastest ways of making active cash in property. So round 4 to deal packaging. Okay, so we're now on number 5, and I've left the best till last, the most important one. Now, you've probably realized that we've got 2 for property trading and 2 for deal packaging. So whoever wins this round wins the whole tournament, and they go away with pride. So this is the most important one for me, and it's how much money can you actually make from the strategies. And I wanted to use this property as an example. Okay, so right now we are in Wickham Road. This is a property that we are purchasing and selling on, also known as trading on a property, and we are in Buckinghamshire right now filming this. So let's use this as an example. This is a property that is worth £490,000 on a RICS valuation. If we were packaging this property on, we agreed this property at £375,000. Okay, so it's a really great price considering the position of the property and the value of the property, and it's all down to the vendor's motivation. This isn't the video to go into that. But we purchased it at £375,000. If we were to package that property on, considering the discount, I would feel comfortable taking probably between a £10,000 and £15,000 fee. Let's call it £15,000 at the higher end of that. I think once you get much beyond that, you're really pushing it out. So 15,000 on this property. But the benefit of it is, as I said, quicker money, because somebody would move in, take the contract and pay you your money. On the flip side, and we decided to trade on this property, instead what we did is we used that facility that is available to property traders with the right education. Obviously, you can get access to these facilities. So we didn't put in a penny of our money. That goes to buying it for 375,000. We've put it on the market for a quick sale price, so we've sold it for 470,000, which is still 20 grand below the RICS valuation. After our finance costs, all of the purchasing costs, stamp duty, etc., we are in to make a profit, and it's about to exchange next week or so, make a net profit on this property of £70,000, okay? The only additional time to that is about 5 weeks additional to if we were actually packaging on the property. But give or take, we've made around 5 times the amount of money if we were going to package it, and nothing is different apart from one more set of legals that we cover the cost of. So a clear winner of number 5, and of course the overall battle is property trading. So for those of you getting involved in property, deal packaging is a great start at the beginning, but you really want to quickly develop yourself to become a sophisticated property trader. So let me know in the comments if you agree. What strategy do you like? And let me know what strategies you'd like me to compare against each other to give you advice to go into the right strategy from the off. And remember to do your research before you jump in. Dip your toes in before you dive in. And of course, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell for this channel. Hit the like and leave a meaningful comment. And of course, I'll see you in the next video.